Welcome everyone to day 2 here at the 2023 United States Amateur Disc Golf Championships presented by Discraft. I'm here alongside Brian Frawley of Wolfpack Discs, of Great Lake Discs, Matt Rothstein of the Pdga here, bringing you guys action from Milford, Michigan. Brian, we saw a lot of great disc golf yesterday. What did you see out on the course?
I saw a lot of smiling faces. Like, the best thing about yesterday was just seeing people come off, whether they had a bad round or a good round. People were really excited to be here. People were excited for the great weather. Michigan really came through for us yesterday with the volunteers. There were so many wonderful people out there, so many thank yous. Everything like that just went so well. Really just loved watching people exit off, get their food from the local place, and get ready to rock and roll.
Well, you were the starter at hole 1, sending groups off every 12 minutes, and it was smooth. Everyone was getting out on time, which is a big deal out here at the toboggan. There's so much rough. It's so easy to lose your discs here. There are a ton of spotters out there looking for errant shots, helping players find their discs.
Yeah, we really helped them out with our partner with Discraft. They're getting a few frisbees here and there to help themselves out, and we got a few different holes with 3 or 4 spotters even. We got a pair on hole 3 with the walkie-talkies doing the communication. So we really tried to make the experience as good as it could be for the player.
Well, looking at the scorecards from yesterday, we were trying to summarize it, and the title we came up with was Mulder's Massacre, because 15-year-old Ryan Mulder absolutely took it to this course yesterday. Came out guns blazing. Check out some highlights. Here he is on the
hole 2.
Yeah, it's hole 2, 680 feet uphill, so it plays a lot longer than 680, but this kid's showing off the power he's got on the backhand. Check out this upshot. Absolutely perfect. Right on the pin. It actually rings the bell.
Boom. Fries are done. Ring them up.
Ring it up. So no pressure on the putter there. Just drops it in for his birdie. This shot here on, what is this, hole 6.
Yeah.
This is 519 feet through the woods. He lays down a roller. I wouldn't even think to lay down a roller on this hole. Gets all the way up the hill, gets all the way down the hill into the ditch.
Yeah.
For a really comfortable pitch up for birdie.
Yeah, I mean, the confidence that you have to drop a roller on that, where if you miss, you're going left or right down some hills and some valleys and on quite the adventure. So it was great to see.
This one here is the second shot on hole 15. It's a par 5 this year. Gets it within range at the bottom of the hill, and then this long range uphill putt for the only eagle of the day on hole 15. I mean, this kid was just rolling.
Yeah, I mean, he came off the course, and he was so ready to just get right back to it. He ran down like a gazelle, as you said, all the way down back to hole 18's tee pad because he wanted to rethrow his tee shot. He didn't like it so much. He had just had the hot round of the first round on coverage as a 15-year-old, and his first thought, nope, I don't want to do the PDJ interview. I got to go down and rethrow my shot.
Oh, to have young legs.
Yeah, that's a steep hill, too.
That is a steep hill.
Yeah.
Well, we chatted with Ryan after this round, so let's take a look at that.
Excellent.
Here with Ryan Mulder off the course with a unofficially rated 1059, 10 under par here, round 1, US ADGC. Ryan, you've played a lot of big events. You've thrown some great rounds. How does this one rate in your career?
This is definitely one of the top. It's my highest rated round yet. And I just love this course, and I think that it plays well to my game, and I'm hoping to continue it tomorrow.
Now, watching your round today, it didn't necessarily look like you were on fire. It looked like you were calm and in control. Tell us a little bit about the emotions there and what it's like to have your dad on the bag, and is he helping to kind of keep you in that right mind frame?
It's helpful with distances. He's there with the rangefinder all the time, and the key on this course is no bogeys. If you get no bogeys, you'll get your fair share of birdies, and luckily I had a good amount of them.
Last year at this event, the winning score for 3 rounds combined was 10 under. Yeah. You shot a 10 under today, so is it just time to just put away the rest of the drivers, take out the putters, and shoot for par?
No, I got to keep it going. I know one of the guys shot 8 down, so it's going to be a close battle.
Well, it's really cool to see your game and how far you've come at a young age. Can't wait to watch you try to close out this tournament. Congrats on a great opening rounds.
Thank you.
We heard me mention to Ryan that 10 under was the winning total score last year,
Crazy.
and he matched that yesterday in 18 holes.
Yeah, I mean, the course is playing a little bit different. We play in short 17, but for the most part, still is challenging, still 50 flights of stairs, still the length. It was awesome to watch, and again, I just can't commend him and his family to come back from last year to this year and want to attack it, want to do better, and really, really show it.
1059 rated round, not only the best of his young career, but also the best round of any round played at USADGC.
Yeah, to my knowledge, that's pretty hot. Kyle Klein shot some 1040s a couple years ago, but yeah, 1040 or 1049 off the get go is pretty crazy.
So a historic round from a very young player. I mean, a really impressive performance yesterday from Ryan. Also shooting well was Tanner Boggs, another player from Indiana.
Yeah, it's great to see Tanner coming back this year too.
Shot actually a pretty similar round to Ryan's, just missing that eagle there on hole 15. The only difference between their scores there, 8 down and a 10 down.
Yeah, it was great to see Tanner come back. It was a pretty big differential from last year. I think it was like 15 stroke difference or something from his first round.
15 strokes is a pretty good improvement, and he said he was just kind of keeping things in control and not trying to overpower the disc. Let's take a look. We caught up with Tanner after his round.
Excellent.
Tanner Boggs of Team Disc Mania. Tanner, you're off the course today with an 8 under, currently the clubhouse leader. Just an amazing round. Just tell us about what it was like to shoot that well out there today.
I felt like I did really good off the tee, which put me in position for a lot of long putts and really good bids. And I executed on a lot of my putting, and I was very happy with that. And I didn't find myself off the fairway too often.
Now, you told us that last year you came out here and shot a 7 over on your first round. So 13 strokes better, something like that today. What was the difference?
I believe I approached the course with a lot of a different game plan. I was trying to throw way too hard last year, and I didn't have as much power as I do now. And I think that's a big contributor to why.
Well, you're the clubhouse leader. You shot better than anyone did last year. 7 down was the best round from last year's tournament. So knowing that, how do you move forward? What are your goals and expectations for the rest of the tournament?
My goals are just to continue to stay with my game plan and not really change anything and just be confident in all my shots.
Well, it's a great game plan. Tanner Boggs, congrats on a great opening round. Looking forward to seeing you play tomorrow.
Thank you.
He may have been powering down a little bit, but still plenty of power in the tank.
Yeah, great distance, great control. That's the stuff you look for in a course like this with all the elevation changes and the long runways.
And of course, yesterday Tanner did that away from the cameras. Today he's going to have to do that on the lead card in front of the cameras, which might be a difference maker.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. One of the interesting things about day 2 here is the vibe totally changes. You see a lot of people stressed from day 1 kind of melts away, so you see players shooting a little bit better that maybe play in the morning, but then you see the stress creeping in towards the later rounds, and there's not a ton of scoring separation in that middle pack, so we're going to see some interesting things.
Yeah, let's take a look at that division leaderboard here. We see Ryan and Tanner at the top of the board, 10 down to 8 down, and then a couple players there not too far behind, but really the majority of the pack is sitting around 2 down, 3 down.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what the movement's like over the next couple of cards below the lead card. We've already got players out on the course, already got players almost coming in right now, and we've seen almost everybody shooting better today than they did yesterday. So that's going to be fun to watch.
Well, it was a fantastic opening round, and we see some of the results on the scorecard. Let's jump to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to look at some of the past champions from this event and a lot of names you're going to recognize.
Oh, yeah.
Be right back.
An important part of getting a PDJ membership is helping grow the game. Membership dollars are used to bolster competition of all levels, from local C tiers to majors. Tools like Digital Scorecard and Tournament Manager help events run seamlessly. Your PDJ membership also gives you access to Disc Golf Network coverage for select events and a 50% discount to their full coverage package. Help grow the sport and get started today. Visit pdga.com/join.
One of my favorite partnerships with Discraft is the Paul Macbeth molds. The Athena specifically has just been a really fun one because it's a disc that I've been looking forward to. It's definitely a staple in my bag. It sits right between my Undertakers and my Onyx. A little bit blunt nose so it can fight and handle the wind, it can handle some torque, and it's just one that I can throw at all powers. That's what I really like about it. I'm just glad that we're able to make this disc, have it in hand, and have it as a stock disc that anyone can get.
Well, Brian, we've talked about this event being a stepping point, a launching point for players looking to move to the pro ranks. And we took a look back at some of the winners from this event in the past. There's a lot of big names on there that anybody who's following the Pro Tour are going to recognize. We
For
see
sure.
Robert Burridge, Kyle Klein, Gavin Rathbun, Colton Montgomery, just a few of the names on there that come to mind.
Yeah, it's great to be out here to watch these players and realize that some of these players that I'm watching today, I'm going to see playing on the Pro Tour next year, later this year, a few years from now. It's just wonderful to watch the growth. And it's cool to see so many names that have, got the crown, if you will.
Absolutely. We talked to Brody Smith and we asked him what maybe he missed out on by not going through the amateur ranks and playing in these events. And he told us, learning how to win, learning what it feels like to go into the final round with a lead or being in contention, having those jitters and learning to deal with, that pressure.
Yeah, you can practice putt all you want, you can throw all you want, but until you're in that competition and you feel that pressure, and some of these players are going to feel that with the two feature card coverages today for the first time, it's tough to replicate that.
It is, yeah. You can't replicate that in your backyard. You can't replicate it in the league. You got to come out to one of these big events and put yourself in the spotlight to see, how you react.
For sure.
So we actually caught up with Robert Burridge, one of the players who's made that jump. He's the 2021 winner here.
Yes, sir.
We talked him out at the Portland Open just to ask him a little bit about this event and kind of give some advice to the players.
That's cool.
Talking with Robert Burridge about the U.S. AMs. Just tell us about your win at the U.S. Amateurs.
So my win at US AMs was pretty much, my first big win, I guess. It was, I think I'd maybe won an A tier in M1 in advance before, but winning US AMs was my sort of breakout tournament where I started to get on the docket for some companies and where I legitimately thought, hey, I may be able to do this in the future as, maybe a career, which I'm doing now.
Was it a wire-to-wire win? Did you have to come from behind? Was it close?
So it was close for, I take that back. It was wire to wire. I remember round 1, I was winning by 3 or 4. Round 2, I was winning by, I think, 4 or 5, and then I ended up winning by 7. The toboggan course set up really well for me amongst the other AMs because I did have that distance and my putt was on. It was just a good course for me, and I was playing with some locals since I was in college at the time at the University of Michigan. So I felt like I knew the course better than pretty much anyone else there.
What do you need to know about that course? I mean, obviously tough.
Mm-hmm.
What is it like playing there?
It is definitely a tough course. It's long. You need to make putts. It depends on what they do with OB. Sometimes for the US AMs, they take out some of the OB to make it less strict, less score separation. So if that happens, choose your places to attack and don't get ahead of yourself. The problem I saw with some of my friends who were right behind me was that they attacked when they shouldn't have, or they went for too much when just knowing your places, knowing your spots on the course goes so far.
Kind of answered it a little bit, but what did this win do for you in your disc golf career?
It kind of catapulted me. I got the Innova sponsorship closely after. Then I went to Amateur Worlds, got second to Evan there. Evan played amazing at Am Worlds, so all props to him there. It just sort of it put me on the map, and it led me to believe that I could do something more with it, which I really appreciated. Having a big amateur event like that at Toboggan of all courses where D-Glow is held is just such a big venue, such a big event for the AMs, and I wish all the best for the AMs this year.
All right, being a PDGA major champion, it's a pretty elite company. What did that mean to you at that point in your career?
It was a little strange because I hadn't played for insanely long competitively, at least like really, really competitively. The problem really was, how much do I want to do with this? At that point I was a major winner. I went and last year won collegiates, which is another amateur major, and so both of those are feathers in the cap. So I can go forward knowing that I can hang with pretty much anybody, and I saw that last year at Des Moines, and I'm trying to do it again this year.
Well, you heard Robert saying that winning this event was really important to his career, gave him the confidence to continue to pursue disc golf as a career.
Yeah, and Robert is a collegiate player too. He played for University of Michigan in this state, and then obviously came out here and did real well, and then kind of transferred to the pro tour for Will. And like we said, I mean, these majors, these big events, they help mold the next generation. I love to see it.
Absolutely. So it was great to catch up with Robert. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the feature cards going out today and the action in store for day 2.
Excellent.
We're in Georgia. This is my home state. I've played here, all my life, and it just kind of feels natural. Each tee shot out there, I feel 100% confident. That's what I'm out here to do, and not stop them.
That is absolutely perfect.
Too easy for Robinson.
This is insane.
What a fun.
First time major winner, Isaac Robinson.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Brian, taking a look at the day 2 lead card, we've got Ryan and we've got Tanner at the top of the card, but we've also got Danny Moynihan and Mason McLean going out, not too far behind.
Yeah, so Mason McLean is from Kentucky, I believe, if I'm correct. Yep. And he shot a pretty good neg 4. He's a young Discmania sponsored player, so that's kind of exciting for him to come out and shoot on this big course. And then Danny Moynihan just looks like he's ready for action. He's just ready to go. I think he's a really fierce competitor. I don't know if you've seen him actually throw, but he's got a mean huck face, so I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to watching him throw. Also understand he is a minor league hockey player.
To my knowledge, he is. Maybe I did my research wrong, but he looks like he could be at least.
He certainly looks like. I hope he has studied up on the etiquette differences between disc golf and hockey.
Yeah, there's no 2-minute majors for fighting.
That's right. That's
Yes.
right. So it'll be great to watch these guys play. Check out PDGA's YouTube page. We've got next day post-production coverage. Round 1 coming out today from
Woo!
Ace Run Production. You'll see this lead card up on the screen tomorrow for post-production coverage.
That's great. Quick turnaround. Plus, you get to see this beautiful course here in Michigan and a beautiful Michigan day.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing how some of these players at the top respond to being in that position. Also, looking forward to seeing who can come up and make a run because, somebody's coming out from the shadows to challenge these leaders.
Yeah, we're going to see some hot rounds from the middle of the pack, and I'm excited to see that. We've got some great Michigan players in there, too. We might have some home team advantages coming.
Awesome. Well, Brian, thank you so much for joining us again. Always a pleasure. Looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for our next live recap from the 2023 United States Amateur Disc Golf Championships.